Hi everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Keshav's managed to read some more, so we're making good progress. And without wasting much time, we'll jump right into it.
Yes, sir. Sir, in this topic, he is talking about how the company works at middle age. What are all the difficulties the company face in the middle age, sir? When the company reaches its middle age, it is known as stable companies because it came all the way from the hard phase. That is in a small cap. That's a small cap company is the hardest
It's the
thing.
phase which you are entering in your life.
Perfect, sir. That is. And if a company is middle age, it is also assumed it has a proven record of reliability, sir. And
You managed to survive so long.
yes, sir. But from the small cap to mid cap, it must have grown fast, sir. But after that, its pace got little slow.
It's like
because
body metabolism. No?
correct, sir.
When you're eating young, you can eat like anything, you're growing, nothing, you don't put on weight, you don't become fat, you don't care.
Correct, sir.
Suddenly when you hit 21, something happens to your body and everything changes. Suddenly you're not growing anymore, you're only growing this way.
Correct, sir.
Appetite doesn't go. You're
But-
still binging. Unfortunately.
Body.
I understand.
Correct, sir. That's what he talks about that, sir. And he gives us an example of Apple company at middle age, sir. When 1980, Apple released Apple III, sir.
One doubt. 1988 it became middle age. Now it's past old age also. No? Now what age is
It's
it?
more than a large cap. What is
what?
it? Old age, sir.
So it's dead and buried. Huh?
No, sir. It's still reviving and doing and giving competition to the new competitors. In 1980, Apple released its Apple III, sir.
Yes, very
But
famous.
their production got halted because of some internal issues, I think so, sir.
Yes,
He doesn't talk about that in the book.
not important.
And the consumer waited so long, they lost their faith on that Apple III. At that time also, Apple reached 1 billion business, sir, in 1982. But the negative side is, at the time, IBM also, it's there in the business. They did personal computers. And that got so much value than Apple, sir.
Yes.
Most people started buying that. And IBM started entering into Apple's territory. But Apple didn't think that we had to do something. But what they did is, they tried to re-enter into IBM's territory.
What
sir.
happened to IBM in personal computers case? So why did IBM disappear in computers?
Sir, because...
They got dominated, right?
yes, sir.
They entered, they were taking Apple over. But then why did IBM disappear?
Sir, IBM is at its peak, but after some time, its main business is the mainframe computers, sir. People lack interest in the mainframe computers of their company. So people never bought mainframe computers from IBM.
Personal
So that-
computers?
Personal-
Mainframe, I agree. What you're saying is correct. Analysis of mainframe is correct. What happened in personal computers? It's a fundamental mistake. He's not talking about it in the book.
Yes, sir.
Do you know about IBM?
No, sir, I don't know IBM, but reading about this,
Okay.
I
So
thought
what
it's
happened
a
to IBM
computer
was-
company.
You had Apple and you had IBM.
Okay,
It was
sir.
just personal computers.
Okay, sir.
PC, right? So Apple had its Mac, IBM had its desktop PC. Okay, what IBM did was they removed the licensing for this. Okay, this is where Microsoft Bill Gates comes here because they only created the hardware. They needed an operating system for this, for software. So he created MS DOS, Microsoft DOS.
Okay, sir.
This is a basic operating system. He partnered with them and he started loading it onto their computers. And IBM, what they said is anybody can assemble a computer. They removed the licensing of it. They opened it for everybody. So anybody can create a
Personal computer.
personal computer because they wanted to dominate the market, right? IBM. So they allowed everybody and anybody to make IBM computers. And Bill Gates started making Windows,
Okay.
right? And the world started using PC computers while Apple, Steve Jobs did not open it up. You could only buy a Mac from him. Anybody
Correct,
tried
sir.
to copy him, he'll sue them because he wasn't opening it up.
Correct, sir.
While IBM opened it up. Personal computers, anybody can buy a processor. Anybody can reach Apple
They can assemble
and Bill
together.
Gates and get the software from him and make your own computer. So this happened. More and more PCs became cheaper and cheaper than IBM.
Okay.
They diluted their own market. Like what
By opening
Google opened it up. So when opened it up, yes, the world is full of PCs.
Correct,
They
sir.
were called IBM clones for a very long time. IBM compatible IBM clones they were called. Then IBM left the business because it became not lucrative anymore. When you're
Because-
selling a product for $40, someone's selling it for $10,
People
then,
go
and
on
it's
to-
almost literally the same. No one, you can't compete anymore.
Correct, sir.
This is happening in Android phones.
Okay.
Before Samsung's top-end phone, the Samsung Ultra and all that, if you see, it used to be so powerful, so different from the low-end phones.
Correct,
But
sir.
the low-end phones have caught up because there's no more innovation here. They've hit a ceiling.
So they made...
Samsung and Google and all of them have hit a ceiling. There's no more innovation. These guys have been growing. The cheap-end phones have been growing and growing. Now they've all caught up.
So people are buying the cheap phones.
Cheap phone,
Because there is no difference.
There's no difference. For you, that's why I was asking you guys. If you take a Vivo phone, Realme phone, MI phone, and you compare all of them, right? The so-called flagship phones, one will be 8,000 rupees, one will be 12,000 rupees, and take the Samsung Ultra Galaxy phone. If you look at it as a normal user, it's all
look the same. Correct.
As a camera, even if I put you a 1,000 megapixel camera, you're only going to see it here. I can't do anything more on this.
Correct, sir.
So that is happening in phones because Android is free. Anyone can start making a phone and take the Android software from Google, plug it in and give it.
Sir, but now I have a doubt, sir. Apple is not doing anything innovative nowadays, sir.
Same problem for Apple. This is what happened to Apple during this time. In 1980, what happened is similar to what's happening to Apple now. But what happened when different in Apple is they managed to innovate.
Correct, sir.
They threw Steve Jobs out at the time. Then they begged him and they brought him back. All that happened during this time. He came back in and he relaunched Apple. He relaunched personal computers and called the iMac. Macintosh, he launched one which was looking like a color box. It looked all different colors. He captured the consumer's imagination by minimalistic design. The designs were radically different from anything which was doing it. Or an ugly dabba. He realized people wanted a little bit of personality. Not only does it work brilliantly, it also looks very beautiful. So, same reason why people buy luxury cars.
Correct, sir.
Yes, this car also does the same thing as that car. But the looks. The lines. You know, if you're a car enthusiast, you can say, look at the lines.
Correct, sir.
Look at the level of the car, sir. You know, the color, everything. You say interior seats, sir. Oh, the leather feels so plush. If you're not into it, you'll be like, hey, what? Yeah, I seat like you'll talk like as if you're going in the PTC bus.
Correct, sir. So, but I didn't know about how IBM got diluted.
So that, what happened, see, this is why you should study history. What happened then is what's happening pretty much right now in technology. What was missing back then was AI. Now you sprinkle some AI dust on this.
Correct, sir.
Because what's going to happen with AI is, it's like what Bill Gates software did. Because Bill Gates software is independent of IBM, you can buy the software from Bill Gates, right? It wasn't hardware dependent. Now with AI, what is going to happen is it will become hardware independent again. Problem for Apple. If I have now a personal assistant, okay, which somehow I'm interfaced to, right, and it answers me questions, it does most of my things. Most 80%, 90% of the people use a phone to make calls, to organize their personal day, to take maybe some notes, to find out information. 80% of phone usage is that.
Correct, sir.
Okay. If you actually come now and take all our boys' phone and see how many photos they've taken in the last 7 days, maximum they would have taken probably 3-4 photos.
Correct, sir.
Okay, camera is there.
But
make it sound as if we really need a camera. Like we're going around click, 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 click. There are people who do it. I don't deny that. In your generation, your group, I'm an old guy, they'll say. The audience will say, you're an old guy, what do you know? Your generation, you go conduct study and sign out. How many times have you used the camera and the phone for the last 7 days? Each one will probably have taken 4 or 5 photos.
Correct, sir. So because as you said, the 80% of use is for nothing, sir. To call.
Yeah. So now imagine that is going to be taken over by AI. And it becomes hardware independent. Because ChatGPT doesn't care what device you're using it on.
Correct, sir.
Or Google Bard or Gemini doesn't care what device you use it on.
Correct.
Right? It's going to be device independent. So you can create a device which interfaces better or makes it easier for you to use. This will go away. And Apple is still scrambling, trying to figure out
correct, sir.
What are people going to like.
Correct, sir.
Difference was Steve Jobs told people you're going to like this. People followed it. Apple doesn't have that. They don't have a Steve Jobs or someone there who's going to convince the public
to buy
Apple glasses are what you want next. You don't want this anymore. Forget the phone. They throw away the iPhone. He has to get on stage, and how dramatically he showed. He has to take the phone and throw it away and say, no one uses iPhone anymore. Even I don't. And take out the next device and put it on and say, this is how we're going to do it. And the world will move that way.
Correct,
Elon Musk, though everyone hates it, okay, he's a controversial guy. He's doing that in cars. He's doing that in space.
Correct, sir. SpaceX.
In some weird way, he's doing it in social media. The way he destroyed Twitter and whatever he's doing in Twitter,
correct,
he's giving everybody a different way to look at it. That's what he's talking about here. When corporates go through this middle-age phase, everything changes.
Correct, sir.
And when the change happens, it becomes very turbulent. It's like taking a bottle and shaking it.
Correct, sir.
Right? There's pressure building inside it. Though the bottle, you keep it down, it looks like it's become settled. Pressure is still inside the bottle. He's talking like that. So as an investor, this means you have to double down and pay more attention.
Correct, sir. Sir, as you said, I want to get into his next paragraph called company when it's in old age. As you said correctly, the innovation, the companies have done a lot before, so they don't have anywhere to go. So they will stop at some phase, but they will give good returns. That doesn't mean the company is going to stay forever. They also can collapse. That's what he is talking about in company when it's in old age.
Correct. And the difference between Warren Buffett and someone like Elon Musk is, Warren Buffett is not an entrepreneur.
Okay.
He's just making money. Wherever there's an opportunity to make money, he's moving his pieces there. He's like a vacuum cleaner. He sees somewhere money, he's like going... He's not trying to innovate. He's not encouraging innovation. Everyone talks these very things about him, but he doesn't. He's a guy who just goes around making money. So that's an investor mindset.
Okay.
The flip of it is an entrepreneur mindset. Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, those kind of guys, they'll take huge risks.
Okay.
They don't care about the money. They'll make the money. The more money they make, the bigger the risk they'll take.
So,
an entrepreneur is a guy, you'll never hear an entrepreneur, I went, made a business, I sold it for $1 million and I went to an island and I retired. We'll all talk like this. You know, Macha, I have one idea. I'll make this software. I'll sell it. Then I'll retire. But if you're a true entrepreneur, you will not. That won't stop you. Because that bug is bitten you. You want to keep on carrying on, innovating.
Correct, sir.
So the companies suffer this exactly what you said. When they let go of Steve Jobs, Apple, the board were happy just saying, okay, we'll keep making the same dabba. We'll just keep making money and put the money in my pocket and that's all. We'll carry on like this. Why? You may be like that, but your competitor won't be like that. He wants to destroy you.
Correct, sir.
So he'll take the risk. What has he got to lose? He's got nothing to lose. You're already dominating the market. He has to try and knock you down. So someone will always be there to take the risk.
Correct, sir.
Like Reliance, Ambani can never think, I've done it. Nobody's there who will destroy me. Because the minute you think like that and you think, I'll just keep making money, someone will notice that you're not doing anything and try to knock you out. This happened with TATA Consumer Products, man. They're not making much money. There's a CEO who came in. He revolutionized inside Tata Consumers. And Tata Consumer, what you see today, he's the guy who's behind it. You should go read about him. How he changed. I did a video about it in Be Rich. Don't see that video. Go read about him.
Okay, sir.
How he changed the way Tata's culture inside consumer was. They'll take 60 days to 90 days to come out with a product. Okay, some idea comes, it'll take so long. He cut it down into something like a couple of weeks. And he interfaced marketing and R&D together. So the marketing team comes out with some market news, some idea. He'll make sure the R&D got the idea fast and they did some product, quickly did some jugaad and gave it to him so they can go sell it.
Okay.
He started beating the horse, as they say. And it's all right. So you need good leadership. That's why leadership in a company, especially when it reaches middle age to old age, leadership is very important because the leadership has to have a mindset of a small cap company. If the leadership of the company has a mindset of like this, the company will also be performing like this.
Correct, sir.
That's why the board of directors is important. Because the board of directors need to make sure it keeps churning on the top.
Understood, sir.
So all this is what he's trying to get at in this chapter.
Correct, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir. Completely, sir.
Anyway, I think we've hammered faffed on enough. We should stop and give the audience a break. Thanks for watching the video, guys. And we'll see you in the next podcast soon.
Thank you.